Okay, so I'm back. You guys probably didn't even notice that I was gone because I had some videos pre-filmed. But yeah, I'm pretty tanned. We went to Florida and this is my first video coming back. And I wanted to continue that series where we're gonna play with a very expensive palette that I need to use, which I haven't used in a while, which is the McGrath Mothership. I think this is the 10th one. Yeah, 10. Some other makeup that I've had in my collection that I have not used in a while. So this is again one of those videos to encourage you to use what you have. Don't go purchase this palette or anything. Just choose an older palette in your collection that you have not used, that you spend money on, and use it and have fun with it. Don't just keep it there for a special occasion. Just use it. Okay, so it is so hot here. I have sunscreen on and it's like 30 degrees. We came from Florida where it was 40 degrees back to 30, which I'm not complaining. I love it. But when I film and I have all the lights on and my AC or my other fan is off because I can't have it run in the background, I'm getting really hot. Okay, anyways, let's start with the SAIE primer. This is the Glowy Super Gel Starglow. Oh, it has been a great vacation. It went by really fast, but we really enjoyed it. We did so much stuff. I'm working on the vlogs right now as we speak. I'm just gonna have I'm gonna wait till I'm done with all of them, and then I will make sure to post them one after the other so you guys can experience the vacation with us. But yeah, it was amazing. We had so much fun. We visited Adventure Park in Orlando. Put my hair up. He researched, and the important thing is if you go there and you buy just the one park, like we were gonna do just Adventure Park and then Volcano Bay the next day, which is like a water park. We were thinking if in Adventure Park, which is most rides are outdoors, it rains or the weather is bad, it's good to have a pass where you skip from one park to the next one, and the next one would be Universal Studios. So we did that. We paid an additional, I don't know, $60 a person or something. And it was good that we did because we did finish most of the rides and fun at Adventure Park. The day was not done and it started like pouring rain for a bit. And we hopped on the Harry Potter train and it took us to Universal Studios, when by the time we got there, the sun came out, and then we continued with rides and fun in Universal Studios. So it's good that we had that pass. So if you do want to do that, it's important. Now this is the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream, and this is in Natural Beige. This is the SPF 42. I haven't used this one in a while, and I bought two of them because it's so good. It shows up more grayish when you apply it, but it makes your skin very natural and really beautiful looking. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with this BK Beauty 109 brush just to push it into the skin. Yeah, so my face is not as tanned as my body because I put a lot of sunscreen and I didn't wanna have my face tanned. Trying to take care of the skin, but not just that. I don't like it. I just like my body to be tanned. Now I'm gonna go with a beauty sponge. Anyways, so yeah, we did that and we stayed 4 days at a hotel. We stayed at Lowe's Sapphire Falls Resort. It was an experience, not the hotel, but I forgot to tell you guys. So when we booked this, we were supposed to leave Saturday, June 29, was it? Hold on. Yes, Saturday, June 29, come back July 6th. So Saturday to Saturday. And then apparently WestJet, which is the airline we were flying with, went on strike. The mechanics went on strike and they did not have an agreement yet. And a lot of the flights were canceled or switched for later flights. And we didn't want later flights. Like they switched us on a later flight. Basically, we would lose the whole Saturday and Sunday. We could not fly Saturday, something like that, and we would fly the whole day Sunday, and then we just have there Monday to Friday because the next Saturday we're coming back. So we didn't like that. So my husband quickly went online and on the phone with them, whatever he was able to go through first. And he was able to move us a day earlier to leave Friday. Friday would be like a full travel day, and then we would have the whole Saturday there. So it worked out in our favor that way. So we gained a day, an extra day of vacation, which was great. But unfortunately for some other people, I've heard that over 33,000 people were stranded and not able to fly, especially on Sunday if they had anything booked, which was very sad. You know, like people have other more important things than just a vacation that they had to fly to, like a wedding or anything like that. So unfortunately they were not able to, so it's pretty sad. We did meet someone there that said that they lost 2 days of vacation because of the flights. They were supposed to arrive there 2 days earlier, but anyways. Oh, I'm going into my NARS Laguna 02 Original Bronzer. This is such a beautiful shade. I haven't used it in a while. I'm gonna go with this Cold Beauty brush, which is exactly like this one, the 109 from BK Beauty, and just use this one to bronze up the face a little bit. I have been using a lot less makeup there. I know I did have a video on my makeup bag, and that was too much. Do not pack as much as I did because we were always on the go or at the pool, and it was so hot that you don't need makeup. You sweat it off. There's water involved a lot. So what I did was just a little bit of concealer in the middle, but not even, like just sunscreen I had most of the time. And for my bronzer, I never use bronzer. And for blush, I used just the Glossier cream blushes. That's it, just to give my cheek a little bit of color. And then I went like bare eyes, maybe mascara when I went out for the full day without going swimming. I just put some mascara on and that's it. I did not use much of the makeup, so keep that in mind. Like if you go on a vacation where it's like really hot, you don't need that much makeup. But you know what? I'm the type of person that I always pack, because if I don't need it, I don't use it. But then I don't want to be left without anything. Like if I need something and I don't have it, then that type of thing. But I think that was too much. So lesson learned, next time I'm going to pack less, depending on where you're going, right? So we were always go to the park, water park, visited a bunch of things, and it was always hot. It was so much fun anyways. Can't wait to show you guys the vlogs. I think that's it. So see, even now I kind of use even less makeup than I used to, because there's no need to. I say that now, but watch, in a month or so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Anyways, when it's so hot, you don't really feel like putting so much product on your face. Oh, I'm gonna go with my Patrick Ta in She's Wanted. Look how pretty this color is. It's very intimidating, but I picked it up because it's unique, different, and I think for my skin tone is very deep, so a little bit goes a long way, which I knew from the beginning when I picked it up, but I wanted to have this berry shade. And I think I'm gonna go in, yeah, let's go in with a little bit of the powder, and I think I'm gonna use this Real Techniques setting brush because it's very tiny, and I'm just gonna, ooh, you see how pigmented it is? Look, I just touched it. So let's get rid of some. And like, I don't want too much of the powder. I've noticed that in this heat it looks much better with the actual cream. It was a very good vacation, definitely recommend it. I didn't go, we did get the fast passes, so make sure you get fast passes if you go. It actually helps a lot, so invest in the fast passes. Even if you're not a big rider like I am, my husband and my son are. Me and Dela did a lot of other more safe rides for us. I'll go into the same brush now and go into the actual cream. The fast passes help out a lot. Like instead of waiting to, like, you wait 25 minutes maximum in line. The other, like if you wouldn't have a fast pass, we were passing those big lines, people are waiting there, we're done the ride and they're still waiting there. So it's not worth it. Like if you pay that much money to go on the rides, you know, pay extra to get the fast pass, and that way you don't miss on the rides, because the day's going to be over by the time you reach all the rides that you want to do. So definitely recommend a fast pass. Same with the, oh no, Volcano Bay, we didn't buy fast pass, and it was not, you don't need fast pass at Volcano Bay, which is, Volcano Bay is a water park. So the following day, so the first day we stayed at the hotel after the travel day. The following day we just relaxed at the hotel. Then we went, the next day we went on to the adventure park and Universal Studios. And then the following day we went to Volcano Bay, which is a water park, and we loved it. I didn't think I would love that water park so much as I did. Okay, so we're gonna powder a little bit. Where's my beautiful brush? Here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. This is in the shade Fair Medium, just to set the face in the middle. I'm gonna use this hourglass brush and go with this end right here. But yeah, so I am not a big water park, I mean water slide type of person. I love the water. I would swim, I would have fun with the kids. I'm not a person to sit outside and tan. I like the water, but I don't like the water slides. I think I went on a couple when I was younger, and it just kind of like flipped me funny, and it hurts your back, and it's not fun for me. Anyway, my son and my husband went on all of them, even the dangerous ones. But if you go to Volcano Bay, they have a slow river, like that you sit on one of those circular, what are they called? Those circular balloons. I don't know. You just sit on them and you float down the river. It's very slow. And they have that, which is fine. You guys all know of that little nice river. But they have one that's called the Fearless River, which you have to wear a life jacket. And I was like, why do we need the life jacket? It looked like it's going faster. You need a life jacket, because this Fearless River, it takes you from, you know, gentle, relaxing, a little bit faster than the slow river, into a jet of water coming from a tube from the side that creates this big wave, and it takes you, and then it brings you into, as you go along, you come into this other portion of the river where there's little waves, you know, kind of like a wave pool. And then there's, you go under a tunnel, but it's still outdoors. It's just a little bit covered, and there's water coming on you. There's a lot going on at a faster pace, and you do need a life jacket. And they also have this another jet that comes from the side that creates the wave. But before it creates the wave, it creates this little tide, like a rip tide, you know, and you can feel it. Like if you get into the rip tide, it twirls you around. Now, you won't drown, but if you're a little kid, go with the parents. Parents, make sure you stay with the little kid. I stayed with Dela, and Dela is almost as tall as I am, so we can reach the ground. But when the wave comes, then you cannot reach the ground, right? Because it lifts you up. When the wave leaves again, you can kind of reach the ground with the tippy toes. So for little kids, I suggest always stay with the parents, because they might panic when they get into the riptide. Nothing happens, you know, you just twirl around. It's fun. You have a life jacket, but you know, you might panic, you might inhale water, so just be careful, but it's a lot of fun. I don't want to scare you, because you should do it. It's a lot of fun. Let's move on to the palette, and this is the Mothership 10 palette. I want to do something simple, you know, even though, see, I wrote right here so that I remember. Even though it has so many beautiful shades here, I do want to do something very simple. I'm not sure what though. Yeah, so I think I want to do something with this shade right here. Very simple, and then add this on the eyelid. This shade is this one right here. I think that's a multi-chrome. You see how it switches from brown, pink to kind of a green. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I want to do that. Maybe with some purples. Okay, so I'm going to go with a BK Beauty 201. Let me zoom you in. So we didn't use any concealer today. You know, you don't always have to use all the steps. So that's another thing I want to show you. You don't need to go through all of the steps. Oh, for my brows, I used my Precisely Brow Wax by Benefit in the shade 3. So I'm going to go into maybe this shade right here. Right there. and very pigmented, so very little goes a long way. Did I put anything on my eyes? No. Let's prime the eyes. I haven't primed my eyes in a while. Let's use the NARS primer. So yeah, and then we also did, it took a while to convince us because we were afraid. The boys had to try out the water slides first for us, and we started with a slower one, but still one that you go up all the way to the top and you go onto this tube. We're only going if we're on the same tube together, right? So Dela waited down there because I went to test it out to see if she'll be scared or not. So it was very slow and fun. Like it's a slide that you go like this, and you also have like a tiny drop, but very gentle. You don't feel it in your tummy. It was relaxing, and you go like up like this with the tube. It was fun. So then she came because I told her it's okay, like nothing to worry about. And then she was courageous enough to go on another one, which was similar to that one. The other one just went more at a faster pace and had more of a deeper drop, but it's fun, nothing to be scared of. So definitely we'll do those next time. Again, they do have a wave pool, like a big wave pool where the lawn chairs are. So you'll see it in the video, but the wave pool is not as fun and exciting as other water parks I've been at. I think because it's like Disney, they try to make it more safe and not as dangerous, no chances of drowning. So the wave pool was kind of like a joke. So waves were very short. The interval between the waves was longer, and the waves were very not as exciting. So yeah, those were those 2 days. Then what did we do? We hung out a little bit at the pool more. Not very much. Oh, and then after... So the kids had you can swim at night as well. The pool closes at 11. They do have a gym there. That's where the boys worked out before starting the day. And then after the hotel, after the 4 days, we did rent a house. And the house was in Daytona Beach. So we had to drive. Now I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is the darker one, I think, to intensify that inside lid. And I'm going to go with a BK Beauty 211. The house was beautiful. You'll see it. It had a pool that was covered. And it was nice because we went on this trip when Canada Day was July 1st. And then America Day, July 4th. So we were able to celebrate America Day with everyone and experience how, oh my God, I really loved it. I loved how fun it is to celebrate America Day and to experience that excitement with everyone in the US. The celebrations are really fun. We saw some fireworks. I love how they start fireworks a day before. Like we were outside barbecuing and swimming at the house pool, and all of a sudden we hear bang, bang, and we were kind of worried at first because you don't hear that in Canada. You're not allowed to have fireworks at your houses. And all of a sudden we see in the air this beautiful fireworks. So our neighbors, the neighbors that were by that house, they were doing fireworks, preparing for America Day, which was so fun. And such a great experience to see that. So we saw that the day before. Then on America Day, we went to this park where everyone goes and watches the whole fireworks show. They have farm animals there, bouncy castles, food trucks. It was so beautiful. It was really beautiful. Everybody was having fun. So yeah, we experienced that. And then the interesting thing is that after America Day, I think we've seen fireworks the following day as well. So it's like a 3-day celebration from what I've noticed. Okay, so I'm going to go into this brown one, but only use it on the bottom lash line. I loved having a pool at the house. Oh my God, just waking up in the morning and eating breakfast, having coffee out there, and jumping in the pool and swimming and playing. So we were able to do that, and then Curtis decided to take us to this St. Augustine town, which is an older town that he's visited before when he went traveling with work. We went to visit that town as well. It was very beautiful and fun. It was a hot day too. Oh my goodness, I haven't used this much makeup in so long. I think this is too much already for me. But I wanted to play with makeup, and again, you can accomplish this look with anything in any of your palettes. Oh my god, I'm so hot. I am so hot. Yeah, so you can use any burgundies or purples and a little bit of brown. Now this shade, I know it's a little bit more unique right here, but you can always choose any other shimmer shade. You don't need this. I'm sure that you have any other duochromes or shimmers in your collection. I want to make sure that it doesn't go on my cheek because I don't like that. Like it did there, see? Only thing I don't like is if it goes. So now I'm going to use like a clean finger and just eliminate any of the sparkles. Oh my god, that's too crazy, hey? I haven't used this much. Okay, I'm going to go into that brown and intensify it here a little bit more because I think that's what's missing here. Like smoke it up like that. Okay, so let's do the same thing on this eye. So I'm just going to put my finger in that sparkly thing and I'm going to dab it on my hand first because I don't want so much. And look how it just adheres to the eyelid. Definitely a dinner going out type of look. I did not expect that to be so intense. So yeah, the food was really good. We ate a lot at restaurants and plazas where we went. It was really good. Expensive at the parks for sure, you know, but we had to eat, so yeah, it was really good. So that was kind of our vacation. We had no problems coming home. Oh, flying there, we flew WestJet and then Delta Airlines. Wow, Delta Airlines, loved it. They are so helpful. They come a couple times with just a tray. They make you feel like you're first class even when you're not. They come with like a tray of water or coffee and they offer it to you on top of all of the other times that they come with the actual pushing cart and they offer you food. It was good. Now the coffee on WestJet I loved more than the coffee on Delta. But that's kind of the only thing. But Delta had this nice screen in front of you where the kids can play games and they can actually play games together like chess or trivia games. They had movies. You get to see how you fly and where you are over the ocean. It was just, the time flew by so much faster. It was I think it was a 3-hour flight from, we landed in New York, so we flew from Calgary to New York. It was like a 4-hour something flight, and then from New York JFK to Orlando. So that was like a 3-hour flight, and we took Delta Airlines. So it was just perfection with Delta Airlines. I think I'm just gonna leave my eyes that way. I'm just gonna add some mascara. I'm gonna use my MAC Stack Mascara. Absolutely no problems with the planes. We didn't have any issues, no delays. Now, when we came back, we flew WestJet, and unfortunately, we had 1-hour delay. Unfortunately, not for us, because we were in no rush, but someone was not feeling well, and they had to get off, and the ambulance had to come. And right as we pulled from the gate, the person showed some symptoms of some maybe even life-threatening. Could have been like a heart attack. So I felt so bad, and then we had to pull back in the gate and wait till the ambulance came and assessed the person, and then they decided to take them to the hospital because just of the airplane pressure. You never know what could happen in the air if they're not feeling good. So yeah, we had 1-hour delay, which you know, it's feel really bad for that person and her family or his family. If I don't like, we couldn't tell because we were at the back of the plane, so we couldn't tell if it's a female or male. But it's, you know, sad. So yeah, just be happy and live your life and use your palettes and use your expensive makeup. Don't keep them for any type of occasion because it's not worth it. Okay, so for the lips, I'm gonna use my, I guess there was no intermission today because I did my mascara with you guys. I'm gonna use my Tower 28 multi-liner in Fill Me In. Yeah, I really enjoyed this vacation. It was more of a It wasn't a relaxing vacation or like just sitting at, oh my God. Okay, so I have to tell you guys this. Hold on. Let me do this. So we decided, I said, I'm only going to Florida if we don't go on the beach. Like we can go on the beach and visit like Smyrna Beach. That's what they wanted to visit, Smyrna Beach. So I said, you know what? Fine, I'll do this vacation as long as we just walk on the beach and we don't go into the water because I'm afraid of sharks. Okay, so if there is slight increase in a chance of a shark being in the area, like, you know, Mexico, there's not many shark attacks, so I'm okay swimming in the ocean. Hawaii, I swim in the ocean, didn't hear of that many shark attacks, you know. Now Florida, I did hear more shark attacks lately, so I said, fine, we walk on the beach so we can experience the beach, but not in the ocean. So the boy said, yeah, no problem. So what do? They go in the ocean. But so the way the ocean is at Smyrna Beach is this little kind of like a puddle type of ocean portion when you first go in, where the little kids can just play safely, right? So the water could go up to your knee, ankle, you play there. Then you have a big portion of sand where you could even play, people can play football, like just sand. There's no water. It's just the water that comes from the waves and it retracts, right? A lot, like meters and meters. Then the ocean comes, right? Where you can just, once you get to that part, it's just ocean. And they decided to go in the water, right? So Dela was sitting here with me, then the sand portion, the boys decided to go just with their feet. And I said, fine, go with the feet, right? Then I've noticed that they go a little bit more deeper with the knees. And I kept calling them back, stop. There could be sharks. You just never know. You know, they said, no, there's no sharks. You know, like there is a possibility, but what are the chances, right? So I tell them, please, you know, come back, just stay with your knees. You know, you're not going to swim. There were people swimming and there's riptides further down and you'll hear the lifeguards call people, you're too far, there's a riptide there. There's a bunch of people in the ocean, right? So it's not like it was just us, but I'm more cautious. So, you know, boys were listening, right? They started to go on their bellies and let the waves pull them. Dela kind of went in there with them, and I was just there vlogging and watching for sharks, basically. I'm like, I'm not going in. I was right beside them, right? But they were right close to me. It's not like they were further from me, but still, I was scared. So we experienced all that. We spent the day there. We leave at 3:45 or so to eat. And then we hear that at 4 o'clock, right after we leave, in the same spot where we were, a boy that was playing football in the knee-high water was bitten by a shark. Okay, now, apparently they're just baby sharks there. So the bites are not life-threatening, or I don't think you lose a limb from the bite, but he was bitten so bad in the foot or the ankle area that for the next 2 months, he needs to recover before he can walk again. So the bite is still bad, right? It's a shark. It's shark teeth. So anyways, that's the thing. That was on 4th of July. Then the next day, another man was bitten at the same beach. Where was he bitten? I don't remember. In the leg again or something like that. Many shark attacks this 4th of July weekend. It was just insane. I'm happy that, I feel sad for the person and scared and worried what they must have felt. Thank God we were not there to see, what happened to him, because it would have been really scary, scarred for life. Kids are like, we're not going in the ocean again, and they didn't even see the attack. But yeah, I said, you never know. And apparently, this beach is not known for shark attacks. This beach is very popular. It's like a full beach of people. It's like the Miami beach. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like one of those from the movies, but you basically swim with sharks. So be careful if you go to Smyrna Beach. I recommend not to go, I would recommend not to go in the ocean, because even if you're knee-high, they will bite you, right? You're in their ocean. So I use the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer in 002. Yeah, okay, so I think the face is complete. Oh my god, this was so much fun to do my makeup with you guys and chit chat. I just love it. Like, I lose track of time and I don't even realize that I finished my makeup, right? So this is kind of the final look. Yeah. So I don't think I talk a lot about the shark attack in the vlog. We just heard that someone got bit, but yeah, Google it. Smyrna Beach, July 4th weekend, 2 attacks on one on July 4th and I think July 5th. But I know on July 4th there were 4 shark attacks, 3 in Texas and the one at Smyrna Beach in Florida. So it's just crazy. I know a lot of you are not scared and you'll probably say, oh, you can get hit by a car or anything, but I would rather take my chances and not go into the ocean. At least, I can imagine seeing my kids or my family in pain or something happening. That's just, I can't handle that. So I said better not, but I still let them go in the ocean, right? So I guess we were lucky. But anyways, I don't know. I'm just a chicken in general, so I'm afraid of everything. So don't come for me. If you want to go in the ocean, go in the ocean. But there's a bunch of sharks at Smyrna Beach, so just be careful if you do go. Anyways, that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed my stories and vacation time here. Stay tuned for the vlogs. I can't wait to show you the vlogs. And yeah, this is another look with the Pat McGrath palette. So if you have any palettes, just use them and choose any of the makeup you have in your collection. Don't need to go buy new ones. And you can create a fun summery look a little bit. I think I went too much with the glitter, but you know what? It's pretty. So that's it from me today, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.